Top spur? What's that? It's too easy. It's too easy at the carpet. And this man, Eze, is too easy, bro. Good game, GG. 5 goals in 2 games. And let me not even inflate it too much. GYOKERES back on the score sheet doing what he does. 2 goals today. Much better. Eze, much better. I'm glad to see these players that we've been needing to step up, that we know they've got the techers. But this man, NLD specialist, North London Derby specialist for those who don't get it. Just show up and do your dirt. He just rolls up on them. Today, solid game. We gave Tottenham the 1 goal. Really the only thing they had in this game. Rice's error, which he apologized right after, it was peak because he was geeing up the players earlier to tell them to focus, and then he gave away the goal. But look, we know he was trying to lead. He was trying to lead by example. He gave away the goal. I really wanted us to get the second before half time. Obviously, Eze was the one who opened the scoring up for us in the first place. And again, he was a lot better today. Less hiding behind the man. He was showing up for the ball. We love to see that, Eze, because we know you got the techers to do dirts for this team, man. And already you're going down as a Derby general, a Derby veteran. Do you know what I'm saying? You're already going down as that. Check the stats. Check these stats. Now, look, I want us to relish in this moment for a second. Let's look at Eze. Only Perez and Emmanuel Adebayor have more Premier League goals for Arsenal against Tottenham than Eze, who now has as many goals in this league fixture for the Gunners as both Thierry Henry and Robin van Persie managed. Top guy. We need to see this week in, week out, because we know you got it, man. The way this guy plays, I think the way he described it in a recent interview, he's got that instinct sometimes to just unlock a game and be different. Drop a shoulder, roll someone, play the 1-2 with GYOKERES that he played. We love that, man. We love that, Eze, and we need to see more of that. We need to see you doing more of this at the carpet. This is what we need to see. Because this is the kind of over the line. This is what we need. We love to see it. Man was breakdancing at Tottenham's bowl, bro. Bro was actually breakdancing. He's actually just having too much fun. But look, today, overall decent game. It's good that we opened the score and we started the game off well, minus those ridiculous stoppages for IT or technical issues. Don't know what that was for. We played decently well. We're moving the ball quicker in the first half. But as per usual, obviously Eze got that first goal. Good goal. Saka also had a good game today. Unfortunately, seems like he got a knock again. I'm hoping that's not too serious. But he had a solid game, Bukayo Saka as well, coming in off the right. You know, look, say what you want, but look, most duels contested, most passes in the final third, most touches in the opposition box, most fouls won, most take-ons. Like, new contract, same Saka. Look, anytime people start calling him into question, sometimes I'm like, look, this is the kind of guy you don't want to call him into question too much because he will just show you. And today, coming in off the right, Jed Spence, which is a real duel, a real battle. We know Jed Spence is a good defender, but he caused him problems. And it was Saka's, again, ball across the box that allowed Eze to finish that. He took a touch, which dinked the ball up. Don't know how he managed that. It seems like it was probably accidental, but then he took the finish to slot it in. Then you had Kolo Muani's goal. Again, don't want to dwell on that too tough. It was a mistake. And then we rely on the second half then, because we essentially got into a position where, yet again, we're chasing the game and we're going into a second half thinking the worst. I'm sure the fans in the stadium are like, me at home, I was like, oh my days. Like, I just taken a flight this morning. I'm tired. I got like 4 hours of sleep now. I got to watch this 1-1, which could potentially go 2-1 Tottenham, a new manager bounce. But the boys showed up. They showed up and they showed out. Victor GYOKERES right into the second half. And that's what you need to start seeing from Arsenal, man. The energy and the drive to just get that second and third goal. And we got that today. And we love to see it from GYOKERES. I'm even trying to remember how that second GYOKERES goal went in, because I was bouncing from all of the vibes, man, in the stadium. Let's see that GYOKERES goal. But yeah, GYOKERES opening the scoring right into the second half was exactly what we needed. You know, that finish from outside of the box, that was the one. The finish from outside of the box, man. Today we saw Gyökeres running the channels. And that's something we haven't seen enough from Gyökeres. Not just him running the channels, him receiving the ball in the channels. Eze and Hincapie, I'm going to shout out Hincapie as well today. His forward passes, I don't know why I'm going for the left backs, but his forward passes today, through the lines, through the channels, gave Gyökeres something to do and gave him a battle with Dragusin. Now, I don't always like the way Gyökeres battles with defenders. I feel like he gets too much involved in the scrap rather than trying to get the ball. But today, he did it all. He was having them battles, but he was also running the channels and getting the ball where he needed, getting the ball centrally where he's supposed to be getting that ball. And lo and behold, I think it was Urin Timber who played a fantastic ball that just went straight through the midfield. How many times have we said play balls quickly through midfield and you might be able to catch the player off? Eze is holding off, I think Dragusin maybe. Gyökeres takes a touch from outside of the box, whips it in 2-1 straight into the second half. That's how you set the tone. Then we continue the game. It's our third and fourth. Then we go to Eze, man. Eze. We love to see it. Again, coming through midfield, plays a 1-2 with Gyökeres, again, playing through the middle. In games where we have and we can open up teams and Eze can thrive in those spaces, that's where we're going to see him and Gyökeres flourish. It's no surprise that the two players that flourish are the two players that managed to capitalize on the fact that we played through the middle and we played through the channels. That is how we're going to be able to break down teams instead of every day playing down the right. Again, Eze's goal, his second goal, comes down the middle, basically plays a 1-2 with Gyökeres. Eze then puts it to Saka. Saka tries to take a shot and it falls to Eze, who dispatches it, puts it in. So delighted for him, man. I absolutely love Eze. I'm just glad he got that goal. Well done, Saka, as well, for forcing the issue yet again. You've got to big him up. And then Gyökeres, man. Gyökeres. He did that thing again. Again, this time, running the channels yet again, off the left this time, had Archie Gray just muscled him off, banged it in, done. Hit the celly, and it's 4-1, and that's what we needed. Look, don't want to get too gassed on the opposition. It's Spurs, they're Spursy, but the main thing for us is we needed this lift. We needed this lift, and now we can rest for 7 days, and in those 7 days, get these man on a first-class flight to Dubai. They need rest, brother. They need rest. They need rest. Timber was knackered today. Declan Rice was knackered today. We had some sloppy passes defensively today. I'm not going to focus on it, but I reckon we're having these sloppy passes and sloppy situations in the last few games because we're tired. We're mentally tired. I don't know if you lot saw the interviews from like Arteta and Declan Rice before the game. They just look mentally drained from having to go through this roller coaster of emotions. So look, have a rest, 7 days of rest. Don't remember the last time we managed to have that rest. This was a win we needed mentally, psychologically, them and the fans, them and us, because we know this was a final for Tottenham. They would have loved to see us down bad. But again, when all you have is a North London derby to lift yourselves up, that's why you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Eze got your goals. Love to see that. Gyökeres got your goals. And let's go on to the next, man. Big up both of you. Big up the team. Big up Arteta. On to the next. Soboy and OG. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. In a bit. Peace.